Brodie, after that week off, what's the last couple of days been about for you personally?
Yeah, it's been good. I think we went to Christchurch and had a 2-day camp down in Christchurch, and cleared up, tidied up a few things. So I guess we had a little bit of a head start. Obviously not coming off a game into another one. So there's a real excitement about the group, and having that couple of days, it's been sharpened up the learnings heading into Saturday. So yeah, the first 2 days have been great.
What were those little things?
Oh, just some little things around our gameplay, and some little skill sets that we didn't quite get right against Fiji and Tonga. So the team's always looking to improve those little things that add to the bigger picture. So yeah, just a few things to work on there.
Anton, this mixed weather, how advantageous is that for you in terms of preparation?
Well, it's probably a good thing, eh? The ball's a bit slippery, so it tests the skills, and yeah, I guess you just said it before, 4 seasons in one day, so look, you've got to train in all conditions. You don't know what's going to happen on Saturday, so yeah, we've just got to deal with it.
What have the last couple of days been about?
Early on in the week, it's all about clarity, making sure all over our content, looking at the Australian threats. So we've done a lot of things slow, and today was about putting it into practice.
With it looking like, at least for the foreseeable future, that it's going to be you and Dave in the midfield, how closely do you guys work together?
Yeah, obviously we haven't played a lot in the midfield together before. We're roomies this week, so it's good to connect, and I guess combinations take time, so the more time we can spend together, the better.
What's it like as a roomie so far?
He's good, he's nice and tidy, and yeah, I guess his hygiene's good, so that's a good thing.
Did you bring the PlayStation? Or?
No PlayStation for us, sort of bit of Netflix, but we're not big gamers, yeah.
We've been out of international footy for so long. How advantageous was it for you to play a physical side like Fiji?
Yeah, I think the body definitely felt it, and obviously the lungs after Dunedin. First time I played, 80 in a while, but yeah, it's great to be back in the Test arena, and and Bledisloe Cup, playing Australia for a Bledisloe Cup. It's pretty special, and it means a lot to this team. So hopefully if I get the chance, I'm looking forward to getting back out there, and especially being back at Eden Park.
Was July kind of what you needed to kind of not ease with all due respect, but work your way back to that, I guess, level that's coming up?
Yeah, I think so. There's no doubt that it's another step up Test rugby, and just the physicality and even the pressure in the scrums and stuff like that. So coming off the back of a quarantine, coming out of Japan, it was great it's been good, I'm happy with where it's at, and hopefully just keep building into better performances and back in the Test arena.
What are you expecting from the Wallabies in terms of what you've seen through their series against France?
Yeah, obviously they'll be confident. They won the series, and they played pretty well. We know they're going to be physical, and they're going to want to outwork us. So there's not a lot of things that are going to surprise us, but we know they're going to be up for this game, and we've got to match them physically.
When you think back to this time last year, it was different circumstances, but they caught you on the hop a little bit. Do you take a lesson out of that?
Yeah, I guess every time you play, you take lessons, whether you lose or you win. So we think back to the first Bledisloe game last year, they definitely turned up. So we're to take our learnings from that, and I guess implement it into this week.
This series against France was really close. Every game sort of went down to the last 5 minutes. Does he think that's given them a bit of an advantage coming into this?
Oh, look, you could say that. They've played in close matches, and I guess the 3 games we played weren't as close, but we've got a lot of experience in this group, and a lot of boys have played big games, so that all counts as well.
What are you kind of challenging yourself to be better at going into this series?
I think just seeing the pitches, obviously there's a little bit less time to make a decision, and with the speed of the game, and how good the defence is at Test level. So getting my reactions back, and those little skill sets around line out and catch and pass and stuff like that is where I'm really focusing.
Wallabies this weekend, what are you expecting out of them?
Yeah, I think, I've only seen kind of what they did against the French a few weeks back, and obviously they had some big forward ball carriers coming around the corner, and then they've got some backs that like to run across the line and pick a defender and try and make a decision. So they're a good outfit. They're no doubt going to come at us up front with those forwards like we talked about, and I suppose that's a challenge for us. That we don't get caught out by what they bring, like we maybe did against Fiji down in Dunedin.
Quade Cooper might be back in the lineup. Be happy to see him again.
Yeah, it's good. It's good on him, I suppose. It's cool. Everyone, you get the opportunity. Who knows what it brings? Obviously I saw a little bit of him playing. We didn't play each other in Japan, but him and Will playing there in Japan, I think they did an awesome job. So no doubt if he gets his chance, he'll be licking his lips.
How do you guard against them perhaps having a little bit of an advantage, and they have that tough July series that pushed them to the limit? How do you, there's nothing you could do, you had what you had, but how do you kind of, make up for that going into this?
Yeah, I think obviously, those games went kind of down to the 80th minute, if not a little bit later, so you can only mentally prepare for that. I think, this team knows it's not new to any of these players. I've been there before, so we know what's coming, and hopefully we can go out there and do our job and it doesn't come to that and we're in control. So obviously you've got to be ready for it, but the plan is to go out there and front foot it.
In your own area on the field, the midfield's obviously something that's been talked about a lot, not just this year but in the last few years. How are you feeling that kind of handling that pressure, that talk about the combinations that you've got going on there?
Look, I just think as long as I can do what I can do well and control, that's all that matters. I try not to read too much and just focus on my job. So I'm just trying to play to the best of my ability and help out where I can.
Do you guys feel like you've kind of got a bit of a point to prove after last year? One half of your tests, it's not the level you guys normally would expect. Do you feel like you go in this year kind of a little bit bristling?
Of course, last year for us, we've talked about it wasn't good enough. It's not the All Black standard, so we want to be better. And we're driven to be better. So, this is a massive challenge for us to, start in the right way.
Anton, how's it for you with the uncertainty of next week in terms of where you'll be playing and when?
No, that's next week. As players, we're focusing on this week, and for me, I'm a week-to-week guy anyways. I just check the schedule every Sunday and then see what's happening, so it doesn't bother me too much, and I know a lot of the boys are the same.
And we're staying in Auckland though, if you were to have to stay for a week?
Auckland's alright. 4 seasons in one day, but apart from that, it's plenty to do and can't complain.
Brodie, what's the mental challenge of this ever-changing schedule and the uncertainty?
Yeah, I guess there's a little bit going on in the background, travel bubbles and stuff, but right here we're focused on this week. As far as we know, we're just here this week, and whatever comes next week we'll get told when there's some certainty, but I don't think there's too many distractions. Everyone's looking forward to Saturday and what should hopefully be a good test.
Does it make it easier though if you only just have to go up the road in terms of the bus journey rather than
I don't even know where the bus is going on Sunday, so mate, like I say, I'm focusing on Saturday, get the test out of the way, and when we get told I guess we'll know, but until then it is what it is, can't control it.
Brodie, obviously you're very focused on Saturday, but have you been watching the Olympics?
Yeah, I have been watching a little bit, especially last week. Being at home, I've been watching a little bit here and there.
Did you catch the men's and women's sevens winning medals?
I did. I saw from the last pool games until the playoffs and finals, and it's pretty special. I think even just to compete at the Olympics would be an awesome experience, and obviously the men's game against Fiji and then the women winning gold. It's not only awesome for the country, but an awesome experience for them and rugby in the whole.
Yeah. And if you were an Olympic athlete, excluding rugby, what event would you like to compete in? What would you be going for gold in at the Olympics?
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know. I'm probably not the right build for an Olympic athlete, to be fair, but
you might go right in a rowing boat.
I've been
volleyball, basketball.
Yeah, that's true. I think, to be fair, the ones that kind of impressed me the most is the gymnasts, like the women's gymnasts have been amazing on the bars and the trap and stuff, and also the weightlifting is pretty impressive. I'm not the strongest man going around, so seeing the weights that they're lifting and clean and jerking and stuff like that has been pretty impressive.